Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Lord G to make an appearance. You know, no one guessed who Lord G was, and that is going to make this video all the better. But let's take a moment and take a look at some of the guesses people made. Lord Giram, G-Noggin, Giovanni, Getsis, and Ganon. All great guesses, but unfortunately, all of them were incorrect. However, I did contact Noggin, or G-Noggin if you prefer, about doing an episode with him, but we only had a week's time to finish, so we will collab in another video next month sometime. Now then, with all that great stuff out of the way, let's discuss one of the most terrifyingly dark characters in video game history, or rather, two characters. Intro time. Let me present to you the game. A game that many people know and love as a cult classic, Earthbound. I haven't really talked about this game much, but let me go on record and say it's my #1 game of all time. Yes, you heard me right. This ranks above Pokemon for me. That coming from Mr. Pokemon Theories is quite a statement. Earthbound is available on the Wii U Virtual Console, and I'm sorry to say, but that's all. Unless you're interested in paying $200 for the SNES cart. Once again, I'm not encouraging piracy, but if you personally have never played this game, please download it at your earliest convenience. Come back later and finish my video after you played on the Wii U or on the PC. Again, I'm not looking and I'm not judging. It goes without saying that if I am encouraging people to play this game first, there are gonna be massive spoilers. So, for the rest of us, let's continue. Earthbound is like a great vegetable beef stew. There is a little bit of everything, but the dark undertones outweigh all of that. It's upbeat, colorful, and satisfyingly fun, but many parts of the game have quite a bit of unsettling evil to them. From the Happy Village attempting to sacrifice a little girl to a town literally overrun by zombies, Earthbound is pretty dark. Two characters in particular make this apparent, and I will begin with the slave to power, Pokey, or Porky if you prefer, due to a translation error. So Pokey used to be Ness's neighbor, and while his age isn't exactly cited, it definitely is implied that he is the same age as Ness. For those who played the game, right off the bat, players will find Pokey is a coward. And not only that, but he is selfish, mean, dastardly, and a very bad person in general. While Ness and his friends are charged with saving the universe, Pokey openly admits he wants nothing to do with it. But that statement is a lie, and soon Pokey is wrapped up in an evil scheme. Pokey becomes a slave to his lord's power. It's very apparent. He shows up at random locations to impede Ness's progress. From aiding in the sacrifice of a little girl to stealing a helicopter, Pokey is the embodiment of evil. But things really don't become clear until the final battle, where Pokey openly admits that he only assists the strong and able. Pokey, at the start, gave himself to evil and allowed himself to become a vessel. But you see, you really can't blame Pokey that much. After all, he was just a puppet, a kid. We will come back to Pokey later though. Let's address this puppet master. Lord G is none other than Gygas, the embodiment of evil itself. I'm not making that up. Pokey states that Gygas has become evil itself, and I believe it. This is the same evil that was able to turn hippies and normal people into raging angry enemies bent on destroying Ness. Gygas is an interesting evil entity though, and required Ness and his friends to travel through time and space to reach it. Gygas is so terrifyingly powerful that it requires a machine to personify what it looks like, which is an intestine tract and Ness's face. But that's just a mind game. The real Gygas is, well, nothing. It's not anticlimactic, it just looks like a swirling face of evil. When Pokey disables the devil machine, he reveals that Gygas is no longer able to think rationally, and that his own mind was destroyed by his incredible power. A monster with no ability to think rationally, with almighty power. Well, you know what they say. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Perhaps this is more apparent here than anywhere else. As the battle continues, Gygas distorts completely and becomes increasingly creepier. So, I know what you are thinking. Oh, it's a final boss fight, right? How do you defeat a final boss? Well, the same way you beat other bosses, right? Gygas is nothing. The embodiment of evil. Swinging a bat at evil essence is like swinging a bat at the dark. Nothing will happen. When everything is hopeless, there is only one option. The only way to defeat Gygus is to pray. And doing this will initiate another distortion of the ultimate evil, making it unstable. The most evil being is the final boss in the floaty, happy-go-lucky, charming Earthbound. But you see, while this boss is creepy all on its own, it's really the music and dialogue that make it one of the creepiest, if not the creepiest characters in gaming history. As he is attacked by the prayers of others, Gygus will say things like, "It hurts, everything is wrong, I am happy, I feel good," and call out to Ness, requesting friendship. Don't feel bad though. This is the same monster that trapped people in tubes and caused a zombie invasion and invaded the Earth with starmen. Praying 9 times will utterly destroy this being of ultimate evil. The end, right? Well, no. Pokey is still alive and perhaps carries the spirit of Gygus. As Gygus is destroyed, Pokey states he will sneak away to another era. This alludes to Mother 3, the sequel of Earthbound, where Pokey is encountered. My focus of this video is mainly for Gygus, but let's talk about Mother 3 and Pokey for a bit. Pokey is reintroduced as himself in the spider mech, looking a bit more pale than ever. He also seemed a lot more sickly, but then he has traveled through time and space for millenniums. This caused him to never age appropriately, and he states he may be 1,000 years old, or 10,000 years old, but despite that, he's still the same kid at heart. Remember the dark, evil, cowardly, hate-filled child with Gygus' evil power? This prompts more creepy dialogue, having Pokey ask if it's funny, if it makes you laugh. He states later that if all life is extinguished, he will still be alive. With his eternal life, he will see the world through to the end, until anyone who doesn't like him is gone. Now, if that isn't terrifying, I don't know what is. The same child that aided the ultimate evil force now wields its power and can never die, can never be defeated, and is immortal. Looks like Ness and his friends only had a temporary victory. Pokey and Gygus will exist forever, terrifying and haunting our dreams. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this video has encouraged you to at least look at Earthbound and the Mother series, and I hope you enjoyed the creepy factor. Happy Halloween, everyone. I have been your host, Protomario, and I need to phase to another dimension. Please like and share my work with others, and leave a comment. Were you creeped out, terrified, or mildly scared? See you next time, viewer. Thanks for watching my video, and please consider joining the Maverick Rebellion today. Together, my subscribers are more than just people. We are Mavericks who desire to change the gaming stereotypes and bring a better sense of community to YouTube. Individually, we can accomplish so much, but united, we can change how the world views gaming. Please consider joining our cause and subscribe today, and you'll be part of something bigger. You'll be part of an army, and part of a rebellion against injustice. Mavericks unite. I am Protomario, and I approve this message. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this.